Question 3, an owner of a small store knows that in the last week, 54 customers paid with cash, 42 paid with a debit card, and 153 paid with a credit card. Based on the number of customers from last week, which fraction is closest to the probability that the next customer will pay with cash? So we want to find the probability that the next customer will pay with cash. So when I set up my probability fraction, it's going to be cash, that's what I'm looking for, out of the total number of customers. So how many paid in cash out of the total? Well, I know from the problem here that it says 54 customers paid with cash, so that will go on top. On the bottom, it doesn't tell me how many total customers there are, but I can find that out. I've got 54 with cash, 42 with debit, and 153 with credit. So I'm going to add those three numbers up. 54 plus 42 plus 153 to get that there were 249 questions. So this question, we are trying to find which fraction is closest to. So if you were to put this in your calculator, 54 divided by 249 and simplify it, second PRB, you actually get 18 over 83, which is not an option here. So the reason it is not an option is because it wants to know which one is closest. They didn't say which one is exactly or what is the probability. We have to compare our answer to the answer choices to see which answer is closest. So if I type 1 divided by 5 in, this as a decimal is 0.2. 1 divided by 4 is 0.25. 1 divided by 3, I see a bunch of 3's on my screen, so 0.3 repeating. And then 1/2, 1 divided by 2, 0.5. And I have to see which one is closest. So when I type this in, 54 divided by 249, I get 0.21686747, and it goes on because it runs off the screen and it doesn't even fit on the screen anymore. So seeing which one is closest, if I round to the nearest tenth, so one number, look to the right. 1 does not follow 5 or above, give it a shove, so it would stay a 0.2. So my answer there is A. It's uncommon that they ask a question for which is the closest. Usually they just ask you what the probability is, but this is an old state test question, so I wanted to make sure you guys saw this.